Let's delve into the fourth house of the Zodiac, often referred to as the house of home and family, or the Nadir. The fourth house in astrology is sometimes called the Nadir because it corresponds to the Imum Coeli, IC, which is Latin for bottom of the sky. In astronomical terms, the Nadir is the point directly below an observer, opposite to the zenith, which is directly above. In the context of an astrological chart, the IC represents the lowest point in the sky at the time of one's birth. Here's a deeper look into the significance of the Nadir in astrology. Opposition to the Midheaven. Maki, the IC, is directly opposite the Midheaven, Imum Coeli or Mackay, which is the highest point in the sky during the time of birth. While the Mk represents one's public life, career, and how the world sees them, the IC, Nadir, signifies one's private life, roots, and foundation. Symbolism of foundations and roots. The fourth house associated with the Nadir represents our home, family, ancestry, and emotional foundation. It's about our roots and where we come from, both in a familial and ancestral sense, as well as our emotional base. Connection to the past. The Nadir's position in the fourth house connects it with memories, our past, and our early home environment. It can give insights into our childhood or the environment that shaped our foundational beliefs and emotions. Point of introspection. Being the lowest point in the chart, the Nadir is often seen as a point of introspection and inner reflection. It represents our private self as opposed to the Mackay, which is about our public persona. So, the fourth house is called the Nadir because of its association with the Imum Coeli, the lowest point in the sky at the time of birth. This point holds deep significance in astrology, symbolizing our roots, foundation, and inner emotional world, the fourth house. Now, that explored, let's look deeper into the fourth house. Following the initial houses that define self, possessions, and immediate surroundings, the fourth house marks a deeper and more intimate space in the natal chart. In ancient astrology, this house was viewed as the foundation of the chart, metaphorically representing the home's foundation or the deepest part of the individual's psyche. The fourth house represents our roots, heritage, and the environment that nurtures and shapes us. Sign traits. Cancer, ruled by the moon, aligned with the fourth house. Cancer embodies the following attributes. Nurturing. Cancerians are often seen as the caregivers of the zodiac, deeply empathetic and nurturing by nature. Sensitive. Ruled by the moon, they're in tune with their emotions and are often deeply intuitive. Protective. Just as a crab has its shell, Cancerians are known to be protective, both of themselves and of their loved ones. Home-loving. They value the comforts of home and are often deeply connected to family and traditions. Moody. Due to their ruled planet, the moon, which goes through phases, Cancerians can experience fluctuating moods. Along with these sign traits, here are the overall concepts related to the fourth house: home and family. Central to the fourth house, this concept addresses one's relationship with their family, traditions, and physical home environment. It speaks of the conditions and atmosphere of the childhood home. It also encompasses the notion of emotional home, where one finds comfort, security, and grounding. Ancestry and roots. The fourth house delves into one's lineage, ancestry, and traditions passed down through generations. It can shed light on inherited traits, both physical and behavioral, and karmic patterns from ancestors. Emotional foundations. Beyond the tangible, this house represents the emotional bedrock of an individual. It's about the deep-seated feelings, memories, and subconscious mind. It can provide insights into one's emotional security, vulnerabilities, and how they cope with life's ebb and flow. Here are some additional insights on the fourth house: end of life. Traditionally, the fourth house also alludes to the latter part of life and the conditions surrounding it. It's about how one's life culminates and the legacy they leave. Land and property. This house governs tangible assets like land, property, and real estate. It can provide insights into one's inclination to own property or their attachment to certain places. Inner self, often referred to as the most private part of the chart. The fourth house can reveal facets of the personality that aren't readily visible to the outside world. Planetary influence. Planets placed in the fourth house will color one's experience of home, family, and emotional foundations. For instance, Venus might indicate a harmonious and loving home environment, while Pluto could suggest deep-seated family secrets or transformative home experiences. The fourth house serves as the anchor in the natal chart, grounding the individual in their past, present, and future familial and emotional landscapes. It speaks of where we come from and, in many ways, dictates how we approach the idea of belonging and security. This house's themes resonate deeply within, making it integral for understanding the foundation upon which an individual's life is built. As always, the broader astrological context, including the interplay with other houses and planetary placements, adds layers of depth to its interpretation. Be sure to subscribe for more content and join us on our next video as we explore the fifth house of the Zodiac. And as always, thanks for stopping by.
Visit the link in the description for access to your birth chart.